Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1985 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the New York Yankees and the Detroit Tigers at Tigers Stadium. On the mound for the Yankees today is Scott Sanderson, whose record is 4-2 with a 3.51 ERA, and pitching for the Tigers is Jeff Robinson, whose record is 8-5 with a 3.95 ERA. Okay, we've had one of our best wins of the season, certainly our biggest home run output for one game. We had 5 home runs yesterday as the Tigers beat the Yankees 9-3. A couple of home runs by Berryhill and 2 also by Lou Whitaker, and 1 by Jim Eisenreich, pretty much powered the offense. And then Teddy Higuera pitched like we expected him to. Giving up just 3 runs in 6+ innings, and we yanked them out of there. The bullpen came in, did their gerbs, and we got ourselves a victory. So, I mean, we're 12-8 for the month. Technically, the worst we can do if we lost out the rest of the month is to go 12-12. And I suppose in some ways, in some small measures, that's a success in and of itself. Now, this whole month, we have not been doing any of the hitting options that are available in the gameplay. And we have not stole, we have not hit and run, we have not attempted bunts or sacrifice flies. We have also not done any of the base running coaching options, like taking an extra base or tagging up and moving on to the next base. And yet, so we've not done anything involving gameplay offensively, and yet we're 4 games above 500. And I don't know what that says about Baseball Mogul, that you can literally just push the button and still somehow win. I don't know. I feel like it has to say something about the programming. If you have a substandard hitting team like we do, and, you know, with many people in the lineup that are under the league average of 80 rating, and yet we still find a way to win, I feel like maybe that means it's too pitcher heavy in the gameplay mode. You know, I guess I haven't really had time to deduce it, but when I think about it, it just makes me feel like it just sort of proves my point that, like, you really don't have any control whether you're attempting to steal or not. If you hit and run and you're successful, it's still no guarantee that you're going to score. And the same could be said for stealing a base. And that may also hold true in real baseball, where you take chances and you're successful, but it doesn't necessarily lead to runs. But then why have it, you know, like in gameplay mode? I'm not sure. It doesn't really lend to the pleasure of playing a game the way that we do. And then, you know, it kind of also makes me reflect on, you know, what do the ratings even matter? So I just wanted to take a moment and point that out as we are 4 games away from wrapping up the month. Of course, at the end of the month, we have the trading deadline. We have no one else to trade, in my opinion. If someone offers us a trade, I will definitely consider it, but you know, for now, I guess we are who we are, and I just really hope we don't lose a starting pitcher. There is Bert Blyleven available on the free agent list, a guy that we cut earlier in the season when he got injured. Well, he's almost off, not off the injured list because technically he's a free agent, but he's almost ready to start pitching again. So, I mean, he would be a candidate if we really were in the race and we lost a pitcher, but you know, let's hope it doesn't come to that. So at the end of the month, we have the trade deadline, and then also we'll have the standings and league leaders video that we do, in which we'll also look at all of the trades that have taken place during the season, and we'll figure out who's had the better of the deals. Okay, let's go ahead and get started with today's game. As always, I appreciate everyone following along. Like and or subscribe to the channel, please. We also will have a new giveaway coming up during game 120. So I'm getting that together right now. We're in game 102, so we have another week or so before we start hammering out the prizes. Now we've got Jeff Robinson on the mound facing the Yankees today. He's coming off a victory. Prior to that, he's not pitched well. We'll look more into him coming up. All the bullpen is available. That's always a good thing. And then our lineup today against Scott Sanderson, who's technically the number 5 pitcher in the Yankees rotation. It's pretty much the same guys. Kevin Bass will be in left field today. Rusty Tillman is on an 8-game hitting streak, and now that he's starting to hit right-handers, I think we got to play him every day. Matt Williams will be in there at third instead of Mike Pagliarulo. Mikey Pags is batting 180 over the last 20 games. Matt Williams is not hitting well either, but at least he plays good defense. And, of course, Lou's in there at second. Let's go ahead and do the lineup rundown for the New York Yankees. Batting leadoff. In center field is Otis Nixon. Batting second at second base is Willie Randolph. Batting third at third base is Fritzie Connolly. Batting cleanup in right field is Danny Tartabull. Batting fifth and DHing is Nelson Simmons. Batting sixth in left field is Steve Kemp. Batting seventh at first base is Kenny Smith. Batting eighth and catching is Ron HASSEY. And batting ninth at shortstop is Andre Robertson. Okay, J-Rob making his 21st start. This is a career high in starts with today's game. He's 8-5 on the season with a 3.95 ERA. 64 strikeouts in 118 and a third innings pitched. He leads the team in innings pitched right now. Opponents are batting .256 against him. No complete games. Fastball topping out at 89 miles an hour. Ground ball percentage is right around 50%. The splitter is his out pitch, rated an 88, and the fastball rated an 83. Overall rated an 87 with a peak of 90. So he has increased his rating and his peak throughout the season, and maybe that coincides with him winning the last ball game. I hope he's headed in the right direction the rest of the way. The 23-year-old righty is arbitration eligible after the 87 season. There's that victory. He went 5 2/3 versus Baltimore, giving up 1 run on 5 hits, only walking 1 and striking out 3. He did face Baltimore 3 out of the last 4 starts, and mixed results, I guess, is a nice way of putting it. We'll take a look here at our defense. Solid everywhere you look. We like Bass out there in left field. Infield is good as well. Technically, Matt Williams is defensively rated lower than Mikey Pags, but I trust him more defensively. Behind the plate is BERRYHILL, who threw out a base runner yesterday in an important moment early on. Okay, here we go. Otis Nixon leading it off versus Jeff Robinson, and J-Rob walks the fastest guy on the team. Nixon, 43 stolen bases despite missing almost a month of baseball. He's on first base. Willie Randolph will take a pitch, and Nixon steals second easily. Leadoff man now is in scoring position. 1-0 count to Randolph. There's a ground ball to second. That'll get Nixon to third. Because Fritzie Connolly is a right-handed bat, I'm going to pull Williams in to the grass. Try to hold that runner if it's hit to him. Otherwise, that run's going to score. Ground ball to second, and then run to score. It's 1. Oh, it's an error, too. Come on, man. Now we know that there's no chance we're going to win. That sucks. I mean, the first inning is always the main indicator on whether or not you're going to win, and this game is over, unfortunately. That was an unearned run, so it didn't actually hurt Robinson. And they scored without even getting a hit. Tartabull popping it up on the infield. And another error. Simmons, maybe another error? Who knows? Oh, everyone tags up, including TARTABULL at first. So Kemp's about to drive in 2 runs. They would not tag up both of them to go into scoring position unless Kemp was about to drive them in. Again, there's nothing we could do to prevent this. If I intentionally walk Kemp, which I think I'm going to do here in the first to get to the worst hitter on the team, Kenny Smith, who, by the way, has hit a home run against us. You know, it's the right thing to do, but I think we just take our lumps here. 1-1. Ground ball in the hole. Oh, that pays off. So the Yankees score a run without a hit, thanks to a walk and 2 errors. We go to the bottom of the first. Let's take a look at the Tigers lineup. Batting leadoff in center field is Willie Wilson. Batting second at shortstop is Barry Larkin. Batting third and catching is Damon BERRYHILL. Batting cleanup in right field is Jim EISENREICH. Batting fifth and DHing is Terry Kennedy. Batting sixth in left field is Kevin Bass. Batting seventh at first base is Rusty Tillman. Batting eighth at third base is Matt Williams. And batting ninth at second base is Lou Whitaker. Okay, here's Scott Sanderson. I mean, he's quietly been on the Yankees for 4 years now. Traded over from Montreal. He did have a 19-10 season in '83. And then the way the Yankees operate, they will sign every free agent they can to big contracts, and it sort of shuffles the good pitchers either to the back of the rotation or completely down to AAA. And so Sanderson has been jumping back and forth, but now he's the number 5 starter, making his 11th start of the season, 4-2, with a .351 ERA, 49 strikeouts in 74 1/3 innings pitched. Opponents are batting .270 against him. He does have a complete game. Fastball topping out 89 miles an hour. Ground ball percentage is 42.1%. Technically, he's only got one good pitch, and that is the fastball rated an 86. Overall rated an 82. The 29-year-old righty is a free agent at the end of the year. You'll see him represented here on the Cubbies in real life. In '85, he was a Chicago Cub. Looking at his log, there is his previous 11 starts, coming off back-to-back no decisions. One against Minnesota, where he went 9 innings, giving up only 1 run. And his last start against Cleveland, he went 7 innings, giving up 4 runs on 8 hits. Did not factor in the decision either game. Okay, we'll take a look here at the defense for the Yankees. Very good everywhere except for right field with Danny TARTABULL. That still kind of irks me. Danny TARTABULL was an average defender but had a great arm. And the game doesn't really represent that properly. Behind home plate today is HASSEY. After HASSEY got the day off yesterday, Dave Sachs was in there and hit a home run. Okay, Willie Wilson leading it off against Scott Sanderson, striking out. Yeah, we got all of our runs that we're going to get in yesterday's ball game. I think we'll probably get shut out today, if I had to guess, as Larkin gets a base hit. All right. Well, Larkin's on first. Here's Damon BERRYHILL. 2 home runs yesterday, 5 RBI. He was crushing it. Goes the other way to left field. On the line, caught by the left fielder, Steve Kemp. 2 down. Jimmy Eyes had a big home run. He strikes out. Yeah, I've already said it, but yeah, this game is definitely over. That's too bad. Ron HASSEY leading it off. Fly ball to left. What is Ron HASSEY's ratings? Down to a 77. They must have better rated catchers in the minors on this team. I'm surprised he still has a job. They took his gerb. Robertson, I should say, strikes out. First K for Jeff Robinson. And Otis NIXON, who walked to start off the ball game, pops it up. Robinson, good bounce back inning. We go to the bottom of the second, and TK will lead it off. Kennedy, one of the two hitters from yesterday's ball game that did not have a hit, popping it up here in his first at-bat. Average down to 286. I'm not really worried about him, but when the rest of the team is hitting and he's not, it seems unusual. Kevin Bass strikes out. 3 Ks for Sanderson. And Rusty Tillman hitting righties all of a sudden. Goes to right field and lines out to TARTABULL. Top of the third, here's Willie Randolph leading off. Fly ball to right. EISENREICH making the catch. Third baseman, Fritzie CONNALLY 0 for 1 today. Robinson strikes him out. So there's the second K for Robinson. Started off walking Otis NIXON, and then we have that intentional walk of KEMP. And Danny TARTABULL flying to center. That's 7 in a row for Robinson. We go to the bottom of the third. Matt Williams has not been as good as I'd hoped hitting. Any other team brings up a 19-year-old from single A and they hit 50 home runs and they're batting cleanup, and Matt Williams now batting 148. The Whitaker popping it up. And Willie Wilson with 2 down. Infield single. We'll take it. Willie Wilson, you can always count on him. And Larkin hits a ground ball to short. And that'll do it. Okay, top of the fourth inning. This is technically the inning that Robinson gets crushed. The fact that he has not given up a hit leads me to believe he's going to get wiped out here. Yeah, there's a walk. Steve KEMP also walks. Oh, catches the corner of the plate. The old walk strikeout combo. Lee Smith came up with the bases loaded. Ground ball to Whitaker. And of course, we can't turn 2. Runner on first, 2 down. And HASSEY hits a comebacker to Robinson. What happened to all the pitcher's errors? Like, it seems like that never happens anymore. Good job by Robinson. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Take a little sip of my coffee. At the heart of the lineup, there's Damon BERRYHILL, 0 for 1 today. And a hot shot into center field, past the glove of the shortstop Robertson. So leadoff man is on. Man, I really want to hit and run here, but I won't. Up, ground ball to third. Oh, they do not go the short route to get BERRYHILL. So, like, what does the hit and run mean if BERRYHILL's automatically safe at second on a ground ball to third with 68 speed? I don't know. Okay. So BERRYHILL's in scoring position for TK. Kennedy's clutch lately. Ground ball to second. I mean, a line drive to second. And BERRYHILL gets doubled off. So that's why he was safe at second, because the double up was coming next. Great job, game. We go to the top of the fifth inning. Andre Robertson leading off with a ground ball to first. Tillman making the play. 1 out, back to NIXON, striking out. 4 Ks for Robinson. And here's Randolph. This whole series has been the bane of our existence, but he's 0 for 2 today. 1-2 count. And there's the first hit of the game. Yeah, I don't know. In gameplay mode, Willie Randolph is pretty much unstoppable. So is this going to be a 2-out rally that'll open the door? We'll find out. With Fritzie CONNALLY popping it up. So Robinson only giving up the 1 run. It was unearned. And now the 1 hit. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Kevin Bass grounding out. Rusty Tillman A blooper, that might be a hit. Keep the hit streak going. There we go. He's up to 9 in a row. The thing about Tillman, I noticed, and I'll show you here really quick, is this guy does not walk. Last year he walked 4 times in 90 at-bats. Now he's walked 6 times in 262 at-bats. His on-base percentage is unacceptable, certainly for an everyday player. So I really wish we could have got Greg Brock, the Brock Nest monster. I should have pulled the trigger on that deal. I kind of regret it. I definitely regret it. But we do have Tillman on first here with 1 out. It's a good time for Matt Williams' first home run. Come on. Nope. Strike 3 looking. And Lou will walk. So we have some speed on the base path here with 2 outs. And Willie Wilson up. With Gibson being traded, Willie Wilson's got the second most RBI on the team. And a ground ball to third. Yeah, I mean, I knew this was going to be a shutout in the first inning, but I thought we could at least get some hits. We go to the top of the 6th. Robinson's at 78 pitches. I'm just really waiting for the other shoe to drop. There's a leadoff single for Tartabull. That is the second hit of the ball game for the Yankees. Simmons, fly ball to right. That's routine. 1 out. Steve Kemp, 0 for 1 with a walk today. And he rips it to right. Tartabull will hold at second. That makes sense. That's hit so hard. Tartabull didn't have the chance to get a jump on it. 1-2 count to Smith, who strikes out. And Robinson's 1 pitch away from getting out of this jam. Ron Hassey, tough out. Oh. So we'll intentionally walk Hassey to get to Robertson. Second intentional walk of the game. They usually do not work twice in a row. I would not be surprised if there was a wild pitch or a pass ball. First pitch swinging. And that'll get a bunch in. So there was never anything we were going to do. This game was over before it started. All right. When we had the 2 errors in the first inning, that was all you needed to know. 3-0 Yankees. That'll probably be the final score. Berryhill, his second hit, does not matter. Jimmy Eyes. Kennedy with a useless hit, 2 outs. Big hit Bass. And there's our 1 run. If Berryhill scores. No, he won't even score, so we will continue to be shut out. Oh, come on. Can't even get a double play with Connolly running. Okay, we're going to bring in Tom Gorman, who gave up his first run as a Tiger in his last appearance. And he just gives up 2 more. In comes Coral. Yeah, when you're the number 5 starter and you can get a shutout anytime you want, I mean, that really tells you all you need to know. This is all going to be unearned runs, so it doesn't, I mean, this is just a game deciding they have to give us runs. It makes no difference. Oh, there's a pitcher error. Gotta shut my fat mouth. And final 3 outs. Sanderson still in the ball game. Just a bunch of padding the stats for no good reason. Well, I honestly believe we were going to get swept this series. We did get one. I guess that's better than none. The only reason we scored 2 runs was because of the error. Otherwise, it would have been the shutout. All right, standings. Yep, we're 3.5 back with 3 games to go for the month. You see, California, they basically have the same record that we do. But they have the, well, no, I guess they have the second best ERA now. We're number 1 and we can't beat anybody, which is weird. All right, National League. We know National League's over. Yep. And headline news, Brainiac Baseball, did we? Len Matusik, the All-Star MVP, has 6 RBI. It was a shellacking. And then we have, oh, Tom Verizon. Why is Tom Verizon getting a highlight? After being drilled at bat, he's expected to miss 8 days. He got hit in the ankle, I guess? That's weird. Well, we got to look at transactions. Okay. Keith Smith retires from St. Louis. He got 133 at-bats in 1980. And then he's been aging in Double-A forever. Not even really contributing at that level. So St. Louis retires him. And then Tom Verizon. Why did he get a newspaper article? Is it because he used to play for Detroit? I mean, even in our sim, I don't know. I'm a big Tom Verizon fan, so I'm kind of happy about that. He was the shortstop that the Tigers started before Trammell took over full-time. So I got no problem with Tommy Verizon getting a little headlines, but I'm not sure it deserved your full attention. Let's go ahead and pull up the box score for today's ball game. Tigers lose 6-2. Kevin Big Hit Bass hit a 6th double for a couple of RBIs. It is good to see Damon Berryhill with 3 hits. There's no player of the game. 3 errors on a team that is so much more superior defensively than everybody that we play against. And yet, these are the results. Jeff Robinson takes the loss. 2 of his walks were intentional. 1 worked, the other one didn't. Tom Gorman also comes in and destroys Jeff Robinson's ERA, letting 2 inherited runners score. Carl Willis sucks ass. Although he was he did commit his own error that caused him to get an unearned run. So in a sense, he kind of helped himself get that ERA down. Scott Sanderson with the win. This game was over before it started. He did not even give up an earned run today, thanks to that error that occurred prior to the Kevin Bass double. Okay, that's it. We're going to come back tomorrow, start the final series of the month against the California Angels, our ERA counterparts. So that will be interesting. Until then, everyone, have a great day.